Hello, it is Tegan at Upcycling Adventures, and today I actually have something a little different for you. I don't have a project or a craft or anything like that, but it is craft adjacent. I guess I'm going to call it a bit of a maker or creator vlog. I don't know. Anyway, so a couple things. First, in this vlog, I want to tell just a fun story. This morning, my children were crafting as they do, because kids make stuff out of random things all the time, right? It's great. And they had out those plastic kid beads, those, maybe they're called pony beads, and my 4-year-old was dead set that he was going to glue those beads onto his sheet of paper, which, I mean, I think we all see where that's going. So he had what he thought was a glue stick. He was putting down glue and gluing it on, or trying to glue on the beads, which, I mean, it's pretty questionable anyway, whether or not a glue stick would actually hold beads to paper. And then I take a double take, and I realize he's actually using chapstick. And I thought to myself, buddy, not only was your first idea not really gonna work, this is really not gonna work. And I don't know, I just thought it was hilarious. It was a hilarious parenting moment. And then it was also relatable for me as a crafter, because sometimes you just really use the wrong thing. And it's a live and learn situation. So he was learning as a 4-year-old that chapstick does not work like a glue stick, despite its similarities as being a stick that you can spread. And that would probably progress into also starting to understand that a glue stick actually wasn't going to do what he wanted there either. So anyway, I just thought that was funny, passing that along to you, my audience, which I know half of the audience are the grandparents of said 4-year-old. And then I wanted to share something else that is a little bit more intense, for me at least. It has to do with my story as a person and as somebody who's been making stuff for a long time. And this story starts in 6th grade where, I'm going to start it there. It starts in 6th grade where I learned how to make, use seed beads to make little flowers, right? You can make little flowers in seed bead bracelets and such. With fishing line and seed beads in art class in 6th grade, so I'm 10 or 11, somewhere in there. And I fell in love with that, and I got some seed beads, which I'm a hoarder, and I actually still have that box of seed beads that I purchased. Well, this is actually a craft singles box, but these were the original seed beads, or some of them, and the fishing line that I used to use. Anyway, so that's kind of fun that I still have it. And I actually have a lot of other things in this box, such as crumbs and stuff, because of how many times these beads got spilled onto the floor and then swept up. So anyway, I had been beading for a long time. I have been. Beads were one of the first craft items I started collecting. And I don't even do that much beading nowadays, but I still love beads and I still do stuff. So anyway, 6th grade this started in art class, learning how to make a lazy daisy bracelet, I think was what we called it at that point. And so I would see other beaded things, especially woven things, and I had some over the years that I got to wear as jewelry, and I just loved them. But there was this assumption in my mind, this lie in my mind, that was, oh, but I can't do that. Right? This is really cool, but I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. Which is true. I didn't know how to do it, but I could learn, right? So essentially it was this lie, and it's a big lie that I've carried with me throughout many things, not just my beading hobby, but this lie that I was not capable of doing something. I was not capable of making woven beaded jewelry or woven beaded anything. So fast forward to now, I'm 35. I was 10 or 11 when I first started beading and loved it and did all these things, but assumed that I could not do that. And actually, just pause for a second. I'm going to go ahead and close my window shade. All right, I think that's a little better. So now I'm 35 and I still carry this idea with me, right? Like, no, I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. I'm not capable of doing that. But then, so I was on Creative Bug. I was watching, I think Liz Smith was the instructor's name, and she was making a woven cuff, beaded woven cuff. And I saw her doing it and I thought, I could do that. I am capable of doing that. So I had picked up a little bead weaving loom, really cheap, at a craft outlet store here in town. And it had been sitting with my beads for a week or two, actually. And I was like, I'm gonna get that out. I can do this. I could weave beads. I am capable of weaving beads. And I did. It's crazy. I wove beads. At this point, I've only done a little bit. Like, I just tested out the waters. And so my first project, I'm going to show you close up here. There it goes. So this is the first thing I wove, which was just testing out the waters. I didn't use the right type of thread. But I was like, wow, I wove beads. And I remember like the feel of woven beads and jewelry, where I was just so amazed and just thought it was so awesome, but assumed I could never do it. And then last night I got a little bit more, let's see here. There it goes, sorry. So I got a little bit more technical even, or design oriented, and did a little bit as well, just testing the waters. And I am just so excited because I am capable. I am capable of weaving with beads. It's just crazy to me. There are so many things, and this is a lie that I tell myself, or I don't even tell myself, that I just believe in my core all the time that I'm not capable of doing whatever. And there are certain things I'm not capable of. I mean, that's legit. Like, there are things I cannot do, and I probably will never be able to do. But as someone who likes to remake things, restore things, right, and upcycle and what have you, like, this type of work that making stuff accomplishes, this type of inner work of inner healing and understanding of who you are, who you truly are, like, I am capable. And I'm not capable on my own necessarily, like, and that's a bigger spiritual journey. But it's just part of the restoration of all things. So, as someone who's making stuff all the time and trying to restore things back to their beauty, or restore their purpose, or restore whatever, I think that's part of my calling as a maker and creator, just to feel that happening within my own personal story, as it relates even to what I make, or what I'm interested in, what I find beauty in. It's just super cool. I mean, it's just a good thing. So I wanted to share that. And feel free, if you do have questions or comments, leave them below. Because I have a lot more I can say on that restoration of all things too, that I hope to share in the future more, because it's a pretty pivotal thing. So anyway, leave any comments below. Please like this video. Please subscribe. Please share. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing, right? Like, that's my hashtag for my whole life, is I don't know what I'm doing. But as it turns out, I am capable. And it's an interesting new feeling to be capable of doing something. So anyway, I hope that you have a great week.